The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic. From Lone Depot Park in Miami, and indeed our first matchup of the day, Nicaragua. It was a fabulous day one. We had two really spirited games. Dominican gets the day off today, so we start 17. Of course, the pandemic wiped out what would have been the World Baseball Classic in between then and now. Its limits are a big part of early round play in the World Baseball Classic. How efficient can you be?
Game, they kind of battled and grinded their way through at bats, but I think against Israel now.
The Orioles.
Yeah, let's take a look at his pitch arsenal. We understand the four-seamer cutter. I think that's his go-to. He's going to be.
First pitch for Israel in this World Baseball Classic is fouled straight back, a 95-mile. He drew a walk, had a hit. He had a nice first game yesterday against Puerto Rico. Nicaragua, some mistakes for Nicaragua cost him a chance. Out in the field, Nicaragua will bat first here in the top of the first inning. Juan Diego Montes.
And we made some mistakes. Got to clean that up.
In the dirt with the breaking ball. So, however, yesterday the challenge against 2-2.
Now, when we talk about Ryan Marnway, we're not talking about a guy like Mark.
Their national team performances. That ball is Peterson, who's playing center field for Israel. For Dickerson, Stubbs, Kelly, Zach Geloff, a good prospect. So
you got to read the swings and hopefully adjust.
Ground ball, tricky hopping, beautifully handled by
Hopper. We would like to see him throw that ball kind of more on the chest high.
Series. It's a little bit of a lonely job when you're JT Realmuto's backup. You're not. He does. Well, here's Alegria. We didn't see him yesterday. He's playing third base today. That's a change. Time. And meanwhile, the debut in this World Baseball Classic for the team from, at least hasn't since he was a kid.
Well, if anybody knows good infield, it's Ian Kinsler, the manager for the Israelis.
Great player, manager for the first time. Left another guy with a long, successful big league career, part of an experienced coaching staff. Like they're not going to be outworked in terms of that prep. Jock gets back and makes the catch, but takes the field. So Team Israel will come up for the first time. Garrett Stubbs, you saw him make an excellent defense. Toronto starts for Nicaragua. His first pitch is a fastball for a strike.
Looking forward to watching him hit, take some at bats.
Outside.
Medrano back here in Miami, no score. Nicaragua takes the field of the professional league in Nicaragua. Showed a good
1-1 count.
Garrett Stubbs, little hand pickup throw is late.
Guy with mid-90s fastball, a nice little cutter slider to go with his secondary stuff. He's just got to pound the strike. And luckily right there, Colbert. Oh, it's a knock right away.
Looking forward to his 10th Major League season. You gave the accolades. He can hit. And Jock Peterson, if you're going to be hearing his name sooner rather than later. Takes a fastball for a strike. He is probably against Medrano. The one thing about Medrano is you
know, one of the things I find interesting with Medrano is
more to the play in Pool D even before this tournament got started, and day one certainly lived up to that picture.
It gives a different optical.
1-2 on the ground, hard hit, but right to short. That's one, and the throw to
relying on the ground ball and relying on the movement.
And it's nice to see Nicaragua now. Jock Peterson.
Ball.
It really is. I think it goes
a little different.
There aren't many who are better in the big leagues.
Oh, man.
Very big strike. There's a strike. That's 1-2. And that hit him. And Jock Peterson gets it.
He's trying to surprise front dooring.
About maybe that tighten it up. Ball for a reason.
Well, they call this guy Mash.
There's that big everybody.
Inside.
That one in for third. The throw relayed there to
defense by understanding what has happened in the first round in the first game of play against Puerto Rico, especially with 2 outs.
2 outs.
With 2 outs because it eliminates the hard-breaking ball.
That's a good point. So there can be an advantage. Sometimes you say, well, you're already in scoring position. 2-0, good hitters count. Dickerson held up. Did he? Yes. Yep. That's ball 4. So Alex Dickerson draws the walk.
I always felt
you got their MVP. He was the group MVP in 2017. He plays in all their. This is loaded 2 down. He takes ball 1.
Good take. It's a guy that will do all the right things. If you make a mistake with him, he'll hurt you.
Played well. That one misses inside. A breaking ball. It's 2-0. That is a fastball, and he got the call. 2-1.
Very friendly.
That's a ball. Well, there's nowhere to put it.
Treat this like a 2-0, right? It's got to be perfect. If it's not.
3-1 pitch. LaVarn Way. Might have chased. That's a pitch that's been called. Well, for the first inning, this is a very big moment. Adrano. LaVarn Way strikes out swinging. He got through. Day 2 in Pool D. First pitch. Nicaragua and Israel coming up next. In a group that is so strong. Pool D here in this World Baseball Classic. It's Nicaragua.
Fastballs and cutters he was showing in the first inning. Here, just because it was a long inning.
Right, Alex Dickerson for out number 1.
And more.
Sorry, Ronald.
Yeah.
Moment for him
Oh.
yesterday against tie the game. Doc Marcus Stroman, one of the best pitchers in the world, out of the live after he hit that home run. 2-0 from. Well, that was an eventful first inning. This is a big game for both these. 3-0. Took that one. It's ball 4. First base runner for Nicaragua. 1-1 in the 5th inning against a really, really good Puerto Rican team.
Well, the way you do that, you say, okay, how do we create zone? And you're up to plate getting good pitches to hit. But I have liked the swing so far. It's one pitch in one zone, and they're going after it.
Foul ball.
You can't. You got to really focus on the.
Got it. Foul tip held on by LaVarn Way. Strike.
The things I loved about LaVarn Way's webbing.
So here's Alex Blandino. He takes a fastball high.
For slug a ton, but certainly.
Miranda will make his way to 3rd.
Little baby cutter right there. Kind of gets on his hands. Stays.
Against Kramer, and he lines that one foul for strike 1.
Very about him though. He's always swinging at the right pitches. I mean, see Molina right there, kind of letting him. He can do it all.
Being here, they had to really fight hard
From his fastball.
Ground ball to second. Yeloff flips to second. This is Pool D. There's been so much stuff going on across the world. We're going to go into that in a little more detail. We saw those standing.
Playing the scenarios, right? You start with runs. Who scores more runs?
One pitch to Spencer Horwitz. How much time do we have? Essentially, so the tiebreaker, and you it's not just pure total runs, it's run 1. That margin of victory proved to be very important in that math. Italy.
One of the things to look forward to is the mercy rule, right? Mercy rule is very important in this pool.
To the end against Nicaragua and won 9-1.
Right.
Could end up being good for them if we had a tiebreaker scenario.
Scenario that you kind of tell your players as you're going on.
And Israel mounted a real rally in the first inning. There's
Johnny Cueto act right there. Little on
the ground. Blandino into a slide, pops up.
very tough play, especially for that first baseman. It's a tough play, especially for a guy that has.
Yeah, that's too bad because that was a. And you got the top of the order looming now. There's a strike.
18 games. I never like doing hit or runs, especially with the change of 1-1, especially to a left-hander here. Try to get
1-1 pitch, and he got the call with this big strike. Long pause here. 1-2. Fouled away.
I would just keep expanding if I'm him.
Another 1-2 pitch. Kelly drives that one foul. He's being a pest.
Taking ball, so you're in danger of going 2-2.
To the plate. And another foul ball.
That's tight. Trying to fight everything off, trying to use the other.
Took that one outside. 2-2.
Zone in.
2-2. Change up low.
You got to send him here.
Runner goes. And it's very high ball 4. Ty Kelly worked.
Absolute great at bat right there.
You got to find a way just to challenge. I'm up. Ball 1.
We know one thing though. He's got the arsenal.
The 1-0. At the corner there. It's 1-1. He's been basically. Quick check of second. And right to that same spot there. 1-2.
Here's Stubb.
World Baseball Classic. 1-2. And this is inside, although 2-2 is set up back away, and still who's going to take it? It'll be the shortstop, Layton, making
that quality pitch, that changeup we were talking about. He finally was, buddy. What's the key go-to to go to that changeup afterwards? He was out.
You know, I've been really impressed with the fans from Nicaragua here in. Called strike 3. But without a lot of track record history at this level of success.
Miami vibes.
Tomorrow, will you help hook me up, please? I would. 2 great scoring chances. That one is lined toward left center field. Jock Peterson, in terms of defensive positioning, they were going to try to take advantage of it. He was well positioned. Only in 2021. He hasn't been a pro for very long. Good player. That one's lined. Ty Kelly just couldn't get there. Left center field. Base hit. Second hit for Nicaragua against Dean Kramer. Montez got thrown out the one time they tried to steal. Fastball right down the middle first. That would mean going on this pitch. He doesn't. And it's fouled back. It's 0-2. That is a good look.
He's moving his feet, and then he'll time it to go.
0-2. Got him with a fastball. Strike. Montez still over at first base, and Benjamin Alegria comes out in both games yesterday. This one has that feel too. This is a great crowd here. There goes the runner. Montez to third easily. Dickerson's throw comes into.
Stays over the plate just too much, a little too much. He stays right through that base. Oh, he feels it. He's saying, let's go, let's go, let's game.
Goes after the first one with a big hack, and he fouled it back.
Kind of scoop it. Especially, you know, Kramer, he's shown that he can locate that pitch, right? It's very.
Went high with the fastball, but missed it. Good slide. 1-2 pitch. And he went strike 3 swinging. At the shoreline of the Dead Sea.
You can float.
You can, I can, everybody can. So left on left here against Jock. Crawford.
Not a hard thrower.
One interesting thing, you pitching those against for out number 1. It was an interesting setup to have a guy who considered very talented amateur player. Ball 1.
Inside.
Mervis had a beautiful swing. His
right there with that fastball. You know, at times you're facing a guy like this and you think, oh.
Incredible minor league season last year. That's ball. He draws the walk.
Talk about Alex Dickerson.
Goes after Layton. 2 down. You can still talk
prior to that swings.
He does. He's got a ton of just pure power. First righty against his lefty. Crawford. Strike 1.
Just the way he takes pitches right now.
Big numbers, really impressive.
It's a good changeup right there.
There is no doubt the greatest player ever from Nicaragua helped President.
You see those changeups 2-1, or you see the breaking balls 2-1.
Barnway, just a little squibber. And it's going to be the catcher, Novoa,
field, and everybody was roaring about Levan Hernandez, and my dad.
Smart guy, your dad.
Yeah.
Pops it up. One pitch, one out.
Limit of pitches is obviously to protect the pitcher, but it's also.
Look at all the experience he had.
You see right there, look how squared up he gets, moves his feet.
And wouldn't you figure, the first game of the World, well, 1-1.
Fifth again. Inning.
And he went around. So now full count here, 3-2. And he struck him out with a fastball. Did challenge him. A beautiful scene here. We're not quite on the water inside this ballpark, but very close. And we're not going anywhere. Spencer Horwitz fouls it off to the left. It's 0-2.
And right now he was a little late on that fastball. Certainly when you look at
struck out his first time up. Behind 0-2 here. Now it's 1-2.
That little two-step. Then he goes.
That's going to be a tough play if it stays fair. It does. And
that was beautiful play right there. Understanding the field, understanding that ball's not going to go. First baseman Colbert.
That one slashed to third. Off the bat.
The lefty line drive come at you. It surprises everybody. That ball caught.
Hangs on to the ball. 2 down.
Crawford's feeling himself right now. Chat bat.
Drew a walk his first time up here. He's behind 0-2. It's not Weiss anymore. It's Josh Wolf who's warming up and warming up.
He was money.
So he's out, and Chishio can be a problem for him. This is a
job with just basically 2 pitches.
Well, in the Cleveland organization. Wow, and that was close. Call the ball. But considering how big the strike zone has been today, Josh squares around the bunt. That's Valle, and he bunts it foul. Most of them in favor of Medrano, who really seem to be taking
things to do.
There's a bunt.
Square up to bunt, and he put down a dandy. In today's day and age, a guy's throwing 95, 96 miles an hour is not really do all the work for him. Stays behind it, never on top of it.
Very much anymore.
Tell you what, though, in tournaments like this, you have to be able to value that.
In this World Baseball Classic, went after that high fastball. It's 0-2.
You like the slider, though.
0-2. Through the slider. Montez, give him credit. Wouldn't chase.
Wheels, use your speed. There's an open hole right there towards second base.
2. Montez not chasing those sliders. 2-2. Got a piece of that high fastball at 96. Well, you can tell Josh Wolf, this is his first World Baseball. 2-2. Slider almost hit him. Came inside. Now the count is full. 3-2. He got it with the breaking ball.
I mean, it was fastballs up with sliders down and away. Wolfie executed perfectly. That's a tough situation. That's going with your scouting report and saying, hey, I'm going to give.
Ton fouls that one off to the right. Fastball. That one is up against the bottom of the wicket. Still going. Here's the throw, the tag.
As far as he had a huge tournament, and he has come up very, very big for the Nicaragua.
Spun his way on base. See if Israel can get the offense revved up. This is.
Which I love that play, especially in the first pitch of the inning leading off.
Left on left with Crawford still in there. Why not? Stubbs had a better swing there. Another one of those little hitches. Novoa had time to get there.
Ball just completely sinks under your hands. Not much you can do. You're already halfway through your swing. Oh, that's a healthy hack 1-0 right there, ain't it?
The 1-1. Lined to second. Right to out.
No, you got to give credit to the Nicaraguan defense, too. They've adjusted. They've made some good plays. They're in the right spot.
Second look at Crawford. Left on left. Jock takes a strike.
It's a good strike.
He beats the defense with a foul ball. Oh my God. I know
That's over the bag.
Yeah, and it even hit the line.
Hits the line.
Yeah, that.
He's stuck on the lines. They gave him a double.
Okay.
And you know what? They got the right call.
Peterson and Alex Blandino, two kids who both grew up in Palo Alto.
In his big league career, he knows how to adjust.
Bullpen is working.
To the 8th inning.
Matt Mervis takes strike one. He walked against Cross. Tie the game right here. Mervis hits it foul, and now he's behind in the count. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in. Benjamin Alegria takes ball one from the new pitcher.
It really felt, you know, we're at a baseball field.
I enjoyed it personally. I have round or whatever it was.
That's about right. I mean, you really are drafted by the Reds in the 6th round. 2013 MLB draft out of UCLA.
College.
Oh yeah,
real good slider for strike three.
It's as sharp as his cleats right now, and he's got some dandy ones.
Angels last year, but it was his best year in terms of getting an opportunity.
Delivery.
Explosive. Ripped down the left field line. Foul.
I mean, look at those laces too. The way he's got them. Yeah. They're not all over the place. Very controlled.
The 1-1. He got pretty well positioned defensively. That's part of what we've been. Geloff was positioned perfectly. And Israel just figured, well, okay, let's take advantage of that.
Might as well.
And the way I understood it was almost like, okay, so because all those people have regular jobs.
Pretty good pitching.
There's the slider. Zach Weiss, he's got it. Well, our next game today here in Pool D in Miami.
Or the Grove. Anywhere there's a Domino's table.
Just put us up on the app. Watch. Dickerson pulls one into right field, base hit. So Alec coming. We'll be back right after this. Ryan Lavarnway is going to come up here in the bottom of the bar. Israel had yesterday off. Osman Gutierrez. So Lavarnway, a big-time international hero of you right now. And he starts things off with a fastball for strike one. Foul ball, and now he's behind at the count 0-2. Alex Dickerson helped lead the way.
You always need one guy, bowling ball coming at you. And if you're facing a guy like that, a big dude.
Lavarnway strikes out swinging. Gutierrez.
That was quirky. It's right on you. Lavarnway did not look comfortable at all.
That little swinging bunt. Boa made a good play against him. Takes ball one. Videos of the qualifying games. And that's ball two. The top bottom team and have to qualify again. Kind of a wild
tape. Yeah, they realize this. You know, you want to win their club.
That one came inside and hit him. It got him. The breaking ball. Space, 2 on, 1 out.
They're just trying to locate right here. A good two-seamer down and in. Breathe it out.
Give up a run, but only went 2 innings. Was in trouble the whole time.
Over 50 pitches right away.
2 on, 1 out. And ball one.
Well, your Gutierrez right here.
Now time at home plate.
On the other side of the field.
He got hit. That one came inside and got Medlinger. So back-to-back ended sharpness, and the lead is on the line. Pitching change. In Miami, the big league home of the Marlins, with 1 out. And Gutierrez, who was moved for the team from Israel.
Danny Valencia. Using gap to gap.
This World Baseball Classic. And a ground ball to short. Could be 2. There's 1. Blandino's throw. Got him. 0-0. Never gets old, that view. That's a guy who signed his first professional contract 19 this event for the first time. Trying for their first World Baseball Classic win. It's 0-2.
Runners on. You look at the bases loaded jam getting out of it. But other
center field, Jock Peterson. Plenty of time. 1 for 2 at the plate. He's done a good job turning the double play today. Nick all over the wall.
Got to play good defense.
Of hard hit balls. Blandino lining it up.
And I think for an extended understood, hey, we've got to take care of business the next.
2 down. Bermudez drew a walk and scored the only run of.
So far, he's kind of made that adjustment.
Yeah, that might be most, I think, would say the number one thing for an.
Gathered their thoughts. Reverse some calls, and man, that was a good slider right there.
That quite the day in Miami, second day of Pool D, 1-0 Nicaragua. Take at bats, left on left, and now he's behind in the count 0-2.
One thing we've seen hitting 8 hits overall by both, in general for both teams.
0-2. Foul ball because they've had the 4 plays in this game, and even with those, they've left 9 men on position.
Hitters working a little bit away with some fastballs, a little changeup, a nice little cutter slot.
0-2 in the dirt. 1-2.
That's a good take.
Stubbs liner to first and caught by Colbert. It's a 1 out, still 1-0. Bases empty for.
Good body, short. Good change. Good 2-seamer right there. That good sink action.
0-2.
Oh, they wanted it.
Finally strikes against him. 1-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Home plate
right there, especially in that at-bat to get off. Coupled the right way for Nicaragua. Watching the game, he's a guy that likes to sit on pitches.
He drives that one to right. Coming in. You've been on that one a few times.
I have.
From the B Park, the home of the World Baseball Classic, Richard Blyer. Now, yeah, I would say the best success in his big league career is in this city, in this ball. That's got to be Jerry Narron, isn't it? Don't you think?
It's got to be.
I think Jerry Narron's known for having very good. That one is blasted down the left field line. Hook. We're talking about part of the coaching staff. Britton goes down swinging.
Out over the plate. 22 innings pitched. That's a lot of innings pitched.
Very different style reliever. 0-2.
Pitch right there down.
He struck him out. Montez chased. Knocked in the only run of the game. Hits this one out towards right center. Jock on the move, and Nicaragua 2 innings away from their first win in their World Baseball.
We'll look to hopefully have a couple innings under his belt.
Need the leash to go the rest of the way. First pitch swing, Matt Mervis. The 0-1. Mervis hits out all 0-2. The 0-2. Up and away with a fastball.
And when he came in to the.
There's the changeup. Good take.
That's a very good take right there. That's a
2-2. On the ground to second. Blandino scoops it up, 1 away.
Yep.
But ultimately definitely run into 1-2. He lines that one the other way into left field, base hit.
That's how you stay connected. That's how you stay through a baseball. That's how you see it deep and go get yourself a knock. For Dickerson.
And Dickerson not real fast. That 0-2.
Find out right here.
Barnway. He got hit. And I think they are going to use that runner here. I think this is the.
You just want to get that ball to second base. Make sure that runner at first base doesn't.
Good swing on the first pitch. Spencer Horwitz fouled.
But those are gambles you take.
That one is lined and a foul ball.
To being a go-ahead double.
She did not like that timeout. I'll tell you what, Spencer Horwitz never been a big leaguer. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back.
Those are healthy cuts with two. That change of to strike to ball ratio. You don't want to throw.
Lined, sinking, and it gets down base hit. Here come up to go ahead. Second.
I threw him to way too many fastballs, in my opinion.
And the throw worked.
If you are Nicaragua, you got your best arm on the mound. You have to minimize as much as possible.
I'm walking at Medlinger, left-handed hitter, and he lines that one foul. Just trying to serve that one into. He's the on-deck hitter after coming in for defense. Now, I mean, there's a lot. Little soft roller. Elizaga, bare hand flips home, and Novoa
got home plate. But it was a bad toss that led into that dive.
Yeah, if they ruled it an illegal slide and ruled the double play.
I felt like it was clean. I didn't think much of it. Can they review this? They will. Well, we see that bad toss right there, and his right leg kind of runs into the lane.
There at least was enough of an opportunity to consider making that throw. Spencer Horwitz with a huge hit against Elizaga to tie the game up.
Another thing would. All right. Anywhere. You don't necessarily have to throw the baseball across the first base.
Outside.
Ball one outside at 96 miles an hour. A little late with that swing, 1-1.
Yeah, but it's the right approach.
The 1-1. Stubbs fouled it straight back.
That's that pitch, and you're not going to get it.
The 1-2. Fouled back. Stayed with a fastball, and he got stuck.
Why not when you're throwing 98? It was a ball. It was up. But you know what? As a hitter, I always felt like.
Stubbs still going back. He can't get there. One hop on the warning track.
For Stubbs and the Israeli team.
Hey, you made a good point. What a great at-bat from Stubbs. Left field as a left-handed hitter. Now the pitch gets. I must have gotten a piece of. He wasn't going to try to score after that ball got away. Maybe his vision was blocked.
No, I think
off.
that hit is. That plans have been the right plans. The left-handers have done the right thing against guys like Loaiza. No, the little things are what matters here. And you see.
That's a strike right down the middle. And the count 2-2.
And also defensive situation of Bernard. Probably your worst out.
And he couldn't get back to that ball. Geloff on the ground to third. The throw across the diamond is. Pinch runner for Alex Dickerson. And Robert Stock is going to try to get the final 3 outs here. Israel was.
Talk about the 72 innings in Major League Baseball since 2018.
And he's going through the heart of the order. Ground ball to short. Kind of tough hop. Picked up the throw. Started short. Came in for defense after they used a. You got to do what you got to do.
Oh.
Call the ball.
I know Labarnway got away with a few there where he was hitting.
Well, that one was called to strike. 1-2. He threw him, and did he go? Yes, he did. That was just outside for ball one. They were, I think, started last chance. Miranda, who homered yesterday, he takes the 1-1. Fastball, strike two. Nicaragua's down to their final 1-2 pitch. Slider struck him out swinging.
You got to give credit to Israel and what they've done. How about their bullpen and their starting pitching?
Defense, it was an all-around performance, and I still looking for their first ever World Baseball Classic win. They'll still be waiting.